Hello, this is the Predator here with raax007. It's been a while since I've done any videos. He's probably still pissed off that I was using Exodia.
Yeah, I'm fine now.
Anyway, we're here with Kaiju Cyber Dragons Tournament Edition, as if that actually matters.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. So, what are we running?
Dizikira, the Star Destroying Kaiju.
And how many copies? You gotta place them out. I'm sorry.
3 copies.
3 copies of Juzukiro.
Yep.
If you guys don't know who this guy is.
He's a nice friend to Cyber Dragons. I personally think.
I don't know why you have to say it in that accent. Well, not accent, but in that voice.
Well,
what do you... okay, so since it's a kaiju, it has a standard summoning condition by attributing 1 monster from the opponent's field.
and since it's a machine, you can go to several different things with him. But his effect actually is if you have kaiju counters on the field, get rid of
when a card or effect is activated that targets exactly 1 card and no other cards, quick effect, you can remove 3 kaiju counters from anywhere on the field, negate that effect, and if you do, destroy 1 card on the field.
Yep.
It's also searchable.
Yep.
With Cyber Dragons, apparently.
Yep. Cyber Repair Planet lets you search it, as well as several other Cyber Dragon cards you'll see soon.
I'm surprised you're not running rank 10s. Well, you can't even run rank 10s in this.
No yeah, no.
It's okay, you can say cuss words. I'm not monetized.
Well, the next one is Thunder King. 2 copies, exactly. And Thunder King's the same summoning condition, but its effect is you get rid of 2 counters, or 3 counters, and you can attack up to 3 monsters.
On monsters during each battle phase this turn.
Yep. It's
also your opponent cannot do jack or shit that turn.
Yep. It's a big beater that can attack 3 times on monsters.
Yes.
He's a good friend of mine, especially with my other deck that we'll probably do sometime in the future. And you have Godzilla.
Also, if you're wondering why I'm holding it with my hand instead of the tripod, Fluffy Dex isn't here with his tripod, so.
And now you have Godzilla.
We have Dogaran.
Quite literally, Godzilla.
So, his effect, I mean, it's pretty much a dark hole on legs.
Yeah, but he cannot attack directly.
Like you ever will with this.
I know, in a sense, his effect. Now, for everyone's favorite Turtle Boy.
Turtle Boy.
Gamma Seal. Same summoning conditions like any other kaiju, but when a card effect activates, the card effect, you can negate it by getting rid of 2 counters. Negate and destroy.
It's also a 2200 vanilla, making it the easiest one to run over.
Yep.
Also, this deck build is focused on playing kaijus the way they were intended instead of the way people are using them now. So.
Well, here comes one of my favorites.
What do you mean one of your favorites?
I like him. Radian, the kaiju, the multi-dimensional kaiju. I run 2 of them. I would like to run 3, but 2 is good enough for me. Get rid of same summoning condition, but when you get rid of counters, you can get a token with 2800 attack. It's a lovely lovely token.
Lovely token.
My brain is asleep. My brain's asleep. Now, here comes the Cyber Dragon stuff. Or Galaxy, if you really want to see it.
Galaxy Soldier. Pretty standard for Cyber Dragon decks, really. Everybody knows it. It allows you to discard 1 other light monster from your hand to the graveyard to special summon this card from your hand in defense position, and it allows you to add another Galaxy Soldier in which you can proceed to summon more.
Yep. And it's not a once per turn clause.
It's not a once per turn for the summoning condition, but it is a once per turn to search.
Yep. And everyone's good old friend, Cyber Dragon. I run 3 because if you don't run 3, you're kind of dumb.
Don't say that. Well, I mean, if you're already running Galaxy Soldier and you're already searching a lot, there's really no reason to run 3 Cyber Dragons, but he's running 3 Cyber Dragons because he's special.
And it's a Cyber Dragon deck. Without himself, it's not a Cyber Dragon deck.
Plus, there are certain cards that are like centered around him.
Yep. Now, this is the core of the operation.
Now, explain what this card does.
Well, when he's normal summoned, you can add a Cyber Dragon spell or trap to your hand. But if he's in the graveyard and you don't control any monsters, and your opponent does, you can banish it to special summon a Cyber Dragon from the deck. It's himself, though. You can't get any of the others.
And with him acting as a Cyber Dragon, you can machine dupe to go into 2 other Cyber Dragons.
Well, they must be the generic Cyber Dragon.
Well, they have to be the generic Cyber Dragon.
Well, here's one of the new cards. Cyber Dragon Hers.
Well, not really new. It's been out for, I don't know how long, but for a while now.
It's new to me.
It's new to him.
Well,
Cyber Dragon Hers, pretty self-explanatory.
Well, he has 2 different effects. His first effect is, if he's special summoned, it becomes level 5. His second effect is, if he's destroyed, you can add a Cyber Dragon from your deck to your hand. But you can only use one of them once per turn. And it's a hard once per turn, too.
That and, I'm pretty sure... well, shoot, you can't even go into Link Monsters with this card. I just realized one of his effects actually limit you to only special summoning machine monsters.
Yep. And here comes the same problem with Natural. When he's normal summoned, you can special summon a monster with 2100 attack or defense to the field, which Jizukiru loves this guy. But at the same time, you're forced to only special summon machines.
And he also acts as
Another
Cyber Dragon.
All Cyber Dragon monsters act as Cyber Dragon. Now here comes
Cyber Repair Plant.
Yep.
He doesn't have well, this deck build does not have Cyber Emergency. Whenever I was going up against this deck doesn't really need it.
Well,
although it helps.
It does.
It helps.
It does help.
It helps.
It does. But for how I built it, I don't need emergency. With Cyber Repair Plant, first effect, add a light machine from your deck to your hand, which you can add Jizukiru to your hand if you really need a Kaiju in your hand, or return a light machine back to the deck, which, again, Jizukiru. He is thrown around in this deck like nothing. Easily a ragdoll. Well, here comes one of my favorite spells.
Interrupted Kaiju Slumber.
And thank God it's not limited anymore.
It was limited at one point because people have been spamming too many turtles.
That's my favorite. When it comes out, you nuke the field of monsters and you special summon 2 Kaijus to the field, one on your side, one on the opponent's. And during your next turn, you can banish it to add a Kaiju to your hand.
And how much does that card cost?
It cost me probably $1.
$1? Mm-hmm. For that rarity, that's
roughly about $1, I think. About $3 or $4. I don't really.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It jumped in price. One cost like $1. One cost about $4. The other one cost $3. It's like, alright, I don't care. Now here comes the Kaiju field spell.
Kyoto Waterfront? Yes, I said that in a Japanese accent. Don't judge me.
Well, this field spell puts every time a card goes to the field to the graveyard, put a counter on it, a Kaiju counter. You can.
It just gains counters while the duel is proceeding.
So. And if you have 3 or more, you can add a Kaiju from the deck to your hand
without having to remove one.
Mm-hmm. And if it will be destroyed, you can get rid of a counter to keep it on the field.
Take 1100.
I'm gonna need to file this now.
2 Kaiju files. It's not really necessary to run 3. Each time a Kaiju monster or monsters is special summoned from the hand or graveyard, place 1 Kaiju counter on this card, max 5, like the Kyoto Waterfront. Once per turn, you can target 1 Kaiju monster on the field, destroy that monster, then special summon 1 Kaiju monster with a different original name from your deck. to its controller's field, you can send this card with 3 or more Kaiju counters to the graveyard to add 1 Kaiju spell or trap from your deck to your hand, except Kaiju files, so you can add Kyoto, well, not Kyoto Waterfront, you can add Interrupted Kaiju Slumber.
And another card you're going to see very soon.
It searches back row as well as generating more Kaiju counters for your Kaiju monsters to activate their effects.
Now, I personally like this card, but it can be a handful.
Cybernetic Overflow.
If you can banish Cyber Dragons of different levels and destroy that many cards on the field. And if it would be destroyed while it's in your back row, you add a Cyber Dragon spell or trap. Including itself.
It helps. It helps search out some necessary Cyber Dragon cards. Well, not monsters, but Cyber Spell and Traps.
Now, Kaiju Capture Mission.
Okay, this light's fucking bothering me.
Well,
Kaiju Capture Mission, it's not great, but it helps. It helps to an extent.
Yes, the way I use it is
how you use it.
The way I use it is, since it maximizes 3 counters, I summon a Kaiju to their side field, summon one on my side, force it face down with its effect. I can place a Kaiju counter on it, force the Kaiju face down. Then I summon another Kaiju, which forces that one face down. Do the same process and have 3 Kaijus on field, 2 face down, 1 face up. And I really feel like I can control the opponent's Kaiju with this trap card doing the same process.
Well, I mean, while the monster is face down, you do not control a Kaiju, so you could special summon one. But however, I think how this works is that, like, if you flip the face down Kaiju face up while you have another Kaiju monster on the field, it gets one of them gets destroyed.
And it's your choice.
I think it's your choice. I think it is. I don't know how it works.
Neither do I. Well, here comes the...
We're not Yu-Gi-Oh scholars. Just letting you know.
Here's some...
Lost. 2 copies of Lost Wind. Now, this is basically a trap that recurs itself. You can target one face-up special summon monster, negate its effects, have its original attack and defense permanently while it's face-up on the field. And if a monster were to be special summoned from the extra deck, and while this card is in your graveyard, you can set this card from your graveyard to your spell and trap zones face down, but banish it when it leaves the field.
Yep.
That's why I said it has a recursion effect.
Well,
that's what it really is.
This is going to be striking some things. I'm sorry, guys. I love puns.
And Solemn Strike. Pretty self-explanatory. You could run 3 of them. He's only running 2 because he doesn't really need to run that many traps, even though I think he is running too many traps for my taste.
Well, everyone needs a Raigeki.
Okay. Pretty self-explanatory.
And here's one that I think I need one more of, personally, but I run 1 to minimize clogging in my hand. If you control a machine monster with 500 less attack, you can special summon 2 more with the same name.
Yep. And extra deck.
Okay. Let's start with the XZs. I run 3 Novas.
3 Novas.
Do I get all my effects back?
Yes. With Nova's effect, requirements are 2 level 5 machine monsters.
6,
Infinity,
9, 12.
Cyber Dragon, Galaxy, and just hers. They all can become level 5. 2 of them are level 5 to go into this. But its detachable effect is detach with existing material, bring out a Cyber Dragon from the graveyard. And I believe it's himself.
And before the days of Cyber Dragon Infinity, this was pretty much the only card in the game for Cyber Dragons that they could actually go into, and it becomes a 4200 beat stick.
Yep.
Can you use it again this time?
There you go.
And the next one is himself, Infinity. Everyone's
3 copies of Infinity.
Everyone's favorite Cyber Dragon monster.
People can argue about the ratios. I mean, you can, but Infinity is a pretty good negate. If you get 3 of these on the field, you basically won the game.
You just gain full control of the game. There's
3 negates is already enough to pretty much screw the opponent over.
Yeah, pretty much. But if that's not bad, then I don't know what is, because the fact of if I don't feel like giving you 2 chimeric fortresses.
Jizukiro is a machine type, and it's also a light attribute.
As well as most of monsters.
Also, if you're going up against a regular Cyber Dragon player and you're playing this deck, you already have the
advantage.
You already have high advantage.
Well, yeah, because the fact is how big he can get. You can beat Blue Eyes even with that. Now this is
how big his numbers get, now how big he grows. Okay.
Yes. But this monster is
okay. That fucking light, I swear. Chimera Tech Mega Fleet Dragon, personally my favorite because it's just an extra deck kaiju.
I use it only on certain occasions, but if I have to use it, I will.
Like say like you have a say like he has a Cyber Dragon, I have a Sunlight Wolf. Special summons the Cyber Dragon, uses my Sunlight Wolf, and that Cyber Dragon goes into him. I can't activate Sound the Great Roar.
Yep. Now let's go into some links.
Langfornicus, it's a generic link monster.
I use it personally to go to give,
and it has perfect arrows.
And I use it for Mega Fleet to give an extra attack to make him bigger. Next is Decode Talker.
Decode Talker, it's a lot more demanding, but it's not too hard. He becomes a pretty big beat stick. With each monster he points to, he gains 500 attack, and whenever a card or effect is activated that targets a card or cards you control, it's a quick effect. You contribute 1 monster this card points to, and negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. And it has some pretty good link arrows, despite the one that's actually pointing up.
Yeah, but here's one that Predator's been telling me to add to the deck.
What?
Saryuja. I love Saryuja. I really do. I put it in any deck that could actually make him.
It annoys me sometimes, but it works. But here's my personal favorite link for.
Topological Bomber Dragon.
If you bring him out, and if you have a kaiju on your opponent's side of the field and one on your side, you special summon any monster to where it points to, it nukes all monsters. And he can attack directly and deal some burn if he destroys a monster you bring out.
Oh yeah, definitely. Not to be confused by Topological Gumblar Dragon, because that card's banned.
Now here comes the side deck. 3 of these guys.
Schwarzschild Limit Dragon. If your opponent controls a monster with 2,000 or more attack, you can special summon it from your hand. Mind you, this is not once per turn, so you can go into rank 8s. Yes, Schwarzschild Limit Dragon, for people that are having a hard time trying to read that.
I personally call him Limit Dragon, because I do have problems. And here's Ghost Ogre.
2 copies of Ghost Ogre. It's a level 3 tuner. Pretty much what it does. When a monster or a spell or trap card that is already face up on the field activates its effect, it's a quick effect. Send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard. Destroy that card.
Yep. And here's everyone's favorite hand trap, Ash Blossom.
He's only running 1 copy of Ash Blossom. What a scrub.
I would have 2 more, but I gave my friend Predator one of them.
I absolutely needed 1 more.
So, yeah.
Predator, you're just a sellout.
Shut up.
And that's my Cyber Kaijus.
Yup. Please leave a like, leave a comment. I'll talk to y'all later.
See ya.